What up, everybody? Yo, it's currently 8:16 out here in the East, 7:16 out there for my Central peeps, 6:16 out there for my Mountain people, and it's currently 5:16 out there for my West Coast people. It's the Sports Chasers Podcast, coming to you live and direct. Here, this is a weekly show where we give you sports. We give it to you with no hot takes, no nonsense. We give it to you live and direct when it comes to sports. We give you our true, honest opinion with no nonsense, no garbage. It's the Sports Chasers Podcast. This week, hey, we're gonna cover 3 topics. First topic, we're gonna cover NBA and why the guys in the NBA, the players, are not playing. The panel has a lot to discuss when it comes to it. I used a big word today. I need some quantitative results. So the guys got their quantitative investigations. So we'll see what they got. We'll talk about the MLB top 10. My Yankees, not looking good. They're tied at 1-1 in the 6 in the Bronx against the Braves. We'll also cover the NFL and the draft preview for next week. With that said, we're going to meet the guys going from my right to left on your computer screen, my left to right on your computer screen. We'll start with the angry one. James Eric, what's up, brother? What's going on?
What up? What's going on, Sports Chasers family? How y'all living? Mr. Moderator, salute. Let's get into it, baby.
No doubt. We got the DA up next. The district attorney, the Mr. Quantitative himself. He's ready.
Peace, and more pieces.
He ain't saying no more.
Yeah. We about to do this thing.
D-Dog, who's been in my ear all day. Go ahead, man.
What's really good? What's up? Sports Chasers Podcast. We back. Let's get it.
We are back. Mike Mills will be with us momentarily. He's running a little tardy.
Yeah, he on the BQE. He on his way, though.
Is he at Cabin Plaza? Is he at Cabin Plaza or is he at the Willie B? Which one?
Yeah, the Willie B.
Yeah. He said, I'm going to be right there.
10 minutes.
I know that game, dog.
Yeah, I know the game too, man. Yeah. I'm right around the corner, man. You just getting out the shower.
Yeah. we know.
Yeah, we know how that goes, man. Hey, we got a very interesting week to we're not going to talk about per se. We're just going to talk about some issues that's going on, especially with the NBA. And when I first breached this topic to the guys, 2 were very hesitant. 2 actually wanted to black out their screen on this very segment.
That's the 2 at the bottom.
The guys didn't want no part of it. They are.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about no NBA.
And with that said, man, and I honestly and earnestly believe that there's people that feel like D-Dub and E, like, yo, what are we doing here? What are we doing? So we're gonna climb into that for the next 30 minutes. We're gonna go into that, and we're gonna cover what is going on with the NBA and the guys not playing. Before I do that, let me just play something real quick. 2 minutes of your time. And he actually really kind of speared this thing last week when he spoke. I'm gonna give him all the credit. Christopher Mad Dog Russo.
Shout out to him.
He's the host of Mad Dog Radio. He has his own show on Sirius XM. Those that don't know about New York sports talk, he was one of the pioneers in the business in New York City on WFAN. Him and Mike Francesa, they had their afternoon show from about 1 p.m. until about 6 p.m.
1 to 6, 1 to 7, something like that.
So I remember
until Mike started falling asleep on air. Then it was
all right, D. We ain't gonna go. We ain't gonna go there, yo.
Hey. We might have Francesa on the show. I want both of them on the show, man. Those guys I listen to all the time when I
shout out to Mike Francesa. He all right though. He Diet Coke drinking stuff. He all right with me. But
So,
go ahead, Ken.
I just want to play about 2 minutes real quick on how Christopher Mad Dog Russo. Shout out to XM Radio. We give the people the credit here on how he feels about this NBA low management. Here it goes. Hold on.
But Ewing's going to pass because his knees are sore. Ewing, who played every night when he was freaking, I was there many a night in many a locker room when Ewing had to freaking ice his knees, talk to the media every game, sit in front of that locker room every game. Sat there with his ice on his knees, and he played night after night after night after night. Played his ass off. Night after night.
Facts.
You think I tell you something right now? Ewing wanted to play. How about Klaus telling Jordan somewhere in the 98 season when Pippen decided to take a pass with that late surgery, as we all saw there in the documentary? How about Klaus telling Mike, Mike, we're in Sacramento tonight. You played last night. Let's take a blow. You know what Jordan would do? You know what Jordan would do? My God almighty. You couldn't rip the uniform off him. That's basketball. That's what he would do. He'd freaking play. How about Paul Silas? How about Havlicek? How about Havlicek?
They don't even know who Havlicek
Ran 8
is.
miles every game. Havel played from 1963 to 1979. 16 freaking years. Every single game. You think Havlicek's taking a night off? Havlicek. Twice the player that any of these guys are. No great Havlicek was. It makes me sick. You guys,
Havlicek.
Rick Cousy. How many games Cousy played? He's taking trains to Fort Wayne, Indiana, and running the ball game because the train is late and they played the night before in Boston.
Mhm.
And he go out there and play 45 minutes. How about freaking Durant say, you know what? I'm playing. Get the hell out of here. Durant, instead of fighting Michael Rappaport, how about Durant tell freaking Nash and his freaking owner who's paying him $40 million and the
Shot
GM
fired.
Mark, who's the freaking out of the Popovich school. How about Durant just say, give me the goddamn uniform. I'm playing tonight.
That was Christopher Mad Dog Russo about 5 days ago on his sports show on XM Radio. The Mad Dog with Christopher Mad Dog Russo. So with that said, I'll start off, and I told him last night I would start off with him because he said he's not going to say much, but I think the angry one has a lot to say on this topic, and the reason why, and I'm laughing because the reason why I told Eric, I was like, Eric, I need you to give your honest opinion on what's going on, because a lot of people feel the same way you do. They feel the same way you do. So, Eric, with that said, I'm giving you the keys. And go ahead, crank it up. Go ahead.
Go ahead, young fella. I'm getting the keys to the car, young fella.
See, I knew I should have said that. I still should have said that. Nope.
Young fella, I'm getting the keys to the car, young fella.
Eric, that's not what I meant.
Young fella. Keys.
Hey, man. I was really hesitant in how I was going to approach this here. But since the host and moderator said let it all fly out, we're gonna let it all fly out.
Oh God.
No. I'm not even. I really want to be. I need to be like outside to really go in the way I want to. You know what I'm saying? But the neighbors might. Anyway, I'm gonna just say this, man. The gentleman here on this panel knows how I feel. I've said this many times. How we always, when we speak from different perspectives before we come on the air discussing topics, right? We discuss it from, player side, owner side, and the fan side. I'm gonna speak as a 45-year-old used to be fan of the NBA. Growing up, football was my number one, but basketball was right there, neck and neck with baseball. Why I don't love it the way I used to, it's a bunch of different reasons. They became suckers, if you ask me. You got all this technology, all this staffing, all the treatments in the world or whatever, and motherfuckers can't play 82 games. Picture it. New York City, 2020. Your kids is dying, begging you, daddy, please, can we go see LeBron? He's my favorite. You already looking at your son like, are you serious? But you gonna give your kid what you want, right? You go get these tickets, you coming to the Garden. There's no way he's gonna miss the Garden, right? No way he's gonna miss the Garden. Oh, LeBron is a scratch. Okay. All right. Well, what about AD? AD is a scratch. Who the fuck else are you really want to watch on the Lakers after that? And I use Lakers as an example because they got guys out right now, right?
Caruso.
But the point of the matter is people, the NBA and a lot of other sports, but the NBA has forgotten about the fans, the people who fucking matter. Okay, y'all out here making mega $1 million and all this other stuff, and it's not every player and it's not every team. However, somewhere down the line, this has to be policed. Okay, Mr. Silver, we are still waiting for you, sir, to do some policing because you said that you was going to keep an eye out and help put an end to this. There is no end in sight. No end in sight. I'm gonna keep this PG. I'm really going to keep this PG because what I really feel, I ain't trying to put the sports chasers under tonight. You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to Mike Mills. He's in the building. What up, Primo? But yeah, man, it's disgusting.
Like Millie.
If you're a fan of a sport and you pay your hard-earned money to, which these tickets are not cheap. You pay your hard-earned money to go see your favorite players, your team, whatever, and none of these guys, they act like they act like you have a knife and gun in hand when you ask for autographs, some of them. And then you're not there, that's the least you could do if you're not playing. That's at least that's what you should be doing. If you're not playing, guess what? Get your ass to the front of the building and sign some fucking autographs for fucking free for 45 minutes before the show. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And that's the light road because I know the rest of y'all got some stuff to say. I don't want to step on no toes, but that is why I'm not a fan of the NBA anymore. I'm the highlight king, as I like to call myself. I will go on YouTube and watch the 9-minute highlight clip, and I give my take off of that. But as far as me putting any time and energy and money into the NBA, no, sir, not anymore. Thank you. Mic drop.
Oh, let me put this out here for Eric. So some of y'all listening or will be listening. Y'all gonna be like, well, how y'all call yourself a sports show? And the angry one, he doesn't even watch the NBA. Oh, that's all I watch.
Okay. And I still know more than you. Challenge me. Call up to the show. I got all night. All fucking night.
As you can see, this is a very, very passionate subject. And I say this, people are tired. And I honestly believe, as I started off the show, I believe a lot of people feel like Eric. You're going to the arena. And Eric kind of went light with it. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, you go to the Garden, right? You go see whoever's coming to your favorite. No, let's look at the Brooklyn Nets, right? For those that don't live in Brooklyn, I'm gonna walk you through this going to a game. I went to a game recently, all right? So you go, you really don't take a car, you probably take mass transportation, or you take a Uber or Lyft. Boom, let's just say that's $20, you and the person in the car. All right, you get in the room, you buy the tickets. Tickets may be $70 a piece if you want to sit maybe in the middle of the bowl, right? Half court, sitting at the half court. All right, so that's 140. Oh yeah, 140, 160 already. All right, so if you got a kid, you can't sneak, the hot dog and stuff, and you gotta buy the hot dog. So the hot dog, the drink, you're an adult. You may want an adult beverage. That might set you back about 50. Just for a hot dog, a light beer, a large Coke, and
light beer, huh?
A light beer. He said light beer. God.
A naked hot dog, and where you got to go all the way online to go go put some ketchup and mustard on it, right? So that might set
Mhm.
you back about $50, right? I might be exaggerating, maybe a little bit, whatever, because arena prices are inflated. That's how they make their money, right?
That's where they get it.
So you down $200 something, right? And then if he's going past the concession stand, he see Kyrie's jersey or Durant's jersey, he might want a hat. Eric got that beautiful Atlanta hat on, man. So he might want the Brooklyn Nets hat and he might want the jersey. So that might set you back another $100. So
He might hear no.
Depending on what jersey it is, get that Bosky out if you want to.
yeah. Go ahead.
230.
So yeah, so you probably down like $300, and this is just for one event. And I think the players have, like James Eric said, the players have lost sight of what are we there for. We're here to entertain the fans, and you guys make a lot of money. You guys got all the nutrition. You guys got all the science and all the things, and dang, y'all can't play back to back or whatever the case may be.
Let me just say one more thing off of what you just said, Kev. I'm not just mad at the fan. I mean, not mad at the fan. I'm not just mad at the players, okay? You can't be mad at the children running amok when the parents are right there in their fucking beach chairs sipping on their whatever they're sipping on, allowing this shit to happen. Okay? I'm not gonna go in Walmart and roll my eyes at the kids and not roll my eyes at the parents who's allowing their kids to tear up Walmart. Okay. These owners need to be held accountable too. It's not just the players. The players are, of course, they're the front lines of all this other stuff. However, they are only doing what they are allowed to do. I just wanted to make that clear.
That's not me beeping. Kevin.
Yo, man, what's going on, y'all?
That's Kevin beeping.
Oh, okay. What you doing, B?
He looked lost in the abyss. What's going on?
Yeah, I got my
Got a glazed look in his eye. You all right?
Nah, he glitching.
Oh.
That's that 2K glitch.
Word, like a robot.
You ain't buy no VC, my guy.
But yeah, I mean, I ain't completely mad at the players. I understand certain injury concerns. I understand not playing for social justice protesting. I understand that. But I feel like, I mean, the only way the NBA could fix it really is if they put an allotment on them days. Every other job got sick days. They could put an allotment. But then I'm also not mad if it's competitive. Like, look at the Spurs. The Spurs been sitting people for years, and they be out here about to knock teams off. So
they were in the article I read. They started it. They started this trend in 2012.
They did start it, but they players was 100. I think that's another difference.
Well, that's
some of these dudes be 27 and I need another night off. The old knee feel crazy. Like Tim Duncan played for 30 years almost before he took a night off.
You know, the one thing, Mike, the one thing I try not to do when I look at these topics is, you know what? I ain't gonna say whether this motherfucker was lying or not. He's not really hurt. That's not my business. I'm a fan, so I'm not trying to go underneath the wire behind the whatever. I'm not doing that. Your dog, you said you hurt. My issue is this, and this is from what I'm reading, is that this is an institutional problem which starts at the institution, meaning that our commissioner, who said at the beginning of the season he was going to crack down on star players not playing on national games. Nothing happened. Not a fine, nothing. Because when the thing happened the first time with the Spurs, Stern was all in their ass.
That's facts.
All right. I think he actually fined them. But I digress. So then you have the owners who, they may not be 100% hands-on, because a lot of owners are not. But the reality is, as Jalen Rose said, if you paying the dude for 82 games and he's there for 50, you as an owner got to, like, yo, dog, like, killing myself here, dog. Why am I paying you for 82 games? You only play 50.
It's true.
Coach. And then the biggest thing, besides the players who may or may not be hurt, I'm not going to get in your business, is that when Jalen said that trainers for every NBA team, if you asked them right now and they were being truthful, they could tell you what games dudes are going to miss. Because it's part of their schedule now. This is part of their thing. But the problem is, the thing it should be part of is the TV contract, the marketing contracts. All the contracts should also be based on what you're doing. So we prorate your contract based upon how much you playing. You can do that. You put a upper and lower bar. Or if the fans think it's such a weird thing, then I think it was either me and E or me and D was talking about it. Have a third-party independent doctors.
I was just thinking that. I was just about to say that. That just popped in my head.
So, yo, Tobias Harris is hurt, right? And now the hard part about doing that is that for most of us, watching football, a dude with a high ankle sprain ain't out 2 months. And my dude been out 2 months. The reality is that we said it, and this is why I have a problem with that situation, because I said it when AD was out for more than 4 weeks. I said, oh, LeBron's saying, oh, I'm not going to do this by myself. I'm going to chill too, and then we'll come back for the playoffs and do what we do.
Because AD been out like 3 months now, I feel like.
That's why LeBron was like, yeah, dog, I'm not coming back till he come back. Because, and I'm not saying that a high ankle sprain is this or that, but the reality is he got it and he came back in the game for a second and then he left. So the reality is I don't know how bad it is, and it can be bad. But my point is, if it's that bad, you ain't going to come back 100%. Not in the same season. You're going to have something lingering. And that's the same thing with AD or KD or Harden, which is why my money's on Philly. But different story. But the reality is that it impacts the secondary ticket market, right? Because they're not telling you in advance that James and Mike aren't playing tonight. You don't know till the hell you damn near driving there. And you're like, wait, what? He's what? You don't know. Now if you know in advance, that's another part of the issue, which is the big part, which is the season ticket owners, which are the money folks. When they get mad, then it's a problem, because then those boxes aren't filled anymore. That people ain't coming to do this, people ain't coming to do that. Because it's the season ticket guys that are like, yo, what, hold on. They're the ones that are going to feel the most disrespected. Believe it or not. Whether, you think it's going to be the guy that just comes this night or that night. Now, that's the dude that's all in for 15, 20,000 over the course of the season.
And they messing up my bread on FanDuel. Everybody's a game time decision until 5 minutes before the game.
Yeah.
It costing me money.
So you got the gambling part. But, it's the Spike Lee's. And I know Spike don't care, but it's the Spike Lee's. He said he spent $300,000 a year to sit down there and smell the sweat. Mm-hmm. So for $300,000, you there every night, and you get thrown out. And dudes ain't there. LeBron's not there. This one's not there. That one's not there.
That's how much the Knicks season tickets is?
Yeah, I think if you're sitting down there, it's like 300. That's what he said.
That's crazy.
But that's the issue, though, right? So if you get a bunch of those guys that are season ticket guys to be like, yo, we ain't doing this shit no more. Or a bunch of people that buy that NBA, whatever, on TV, on direct TV. I'm like, yo, look, dog, if dude was hurt and he broke his leg, we good. we're not good with this every now and then. You just telling me he ain't playing. Right? You can't do that when I'm paying you $29.99 a month. I know it's not everything to you guys, but to my check, that $29.99 a month is real.
Real.
So that's what they're going to lose on both ends. But again, it's almost like, institutional, it's an institutional problem, man. Because everybody's in on it. Even the TV guys that sit there and would give these guys a pass and not say anything.
Because they already know they're going to get the money. You understand?
Because they're paid by the NBA.
It's already done.
Which pays ESPN, TNT, maybe throw some money to Fox here and there. But the reality is, no one is going to say to everyone, this shit ain't right. This shit ain't right. No one's going to say it. And until someone says it, it will continue to happen.
Shit ain't right. So we said it. Now let's go.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, we good. As D said,
You've been saying it.
As D said, tonight is our for at least for this segment, it's voting with your dollars.
Vote with your dollars.
Cats will continue to pay to go. I promise you that. As soon as they let these motherfuckers back in the arena, they're gonna be packed out like sardines, passing the COVID to one another like it's a fucking beach ball in that bitch. Like they doing a motherfucking wave. This is what's going down. But they'll be there, though the players may not be.
Well, D, that's the problem. In the nutshell.
But if you're paying, this is what's going to happen, right? Because that's what keeps the Spectrum Center open, is people going in there.
Right.
So and they're not a great team. So Michael Jordan understands, because when he did this, and I did not want to go here, so I'm staying real short. He played 82 games because he said, everybody expects me to put on a show. So when they talk about players holding down the whole league, that motherfucker held down the whole league.
Box office. That's what they call box office.
When he went to go see the Vancouver Grizzlies, besides my man, Abdul Sharif Abdul, forget his name. I'm sorry, brother, because I ain't getting it right, but he should have been the Hall of Famer.
Abdul Rahim.
Yeah, Sharif Abdul Rahim.
Yeah, I got some of it right, brother. University of Cal, all right? Got his college. He went to Cal. All right, but people went to those games to see Mike. They didn't care about Big Country. No one cared about Big Country, dog.
I forgot about him.
Bryant Reeves.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to Big Country.
University of North Carolina, go get it.
Yeah, he was a big boy.
Champion. I think he won. Yeah, he won that chip against Michigan. But that being said, he held down the lead because people, that's what we think players should want to do. And this is why I don't always blame the players or jump on the players, because I don't know. Because you might have a trainer tell you, yo, D, you sitting out tonight. Ain't nothing you can really say, D. Real talk. You can say you want to play, you love to play. Man, I got this big butt chick I just met at the bar last night. I told them I'm gonna put 50s on these niggas, and if I do, she gonna give me the A train, son. Yo, you're not playing.
Most of their reactions it would be, what you mean I'm not playing? Why I'm not playing? That's
because coach said so. Not playing. You're not playing that. You out.
All right.
And that's that. Because they can do that. And I'm not. This is why I don't jump on everything like that, because it can happen from a lot of different places. My thing is the bottom line. Dude's not playing is bad for business. From a financial perspective,
period.
Right? It's going to wear down secondary tickets, sales, right? Because now E, you bought the tickets, you going to the game, E, right? But then you hear this dude ain't playing. So you're like, fuck it, I ain't taking my kids. So now you trying to get rid of them tickets to that die-hard Philly fan that wants to go to that game.
Mm-hmm.
Now your tickets are way devalued.
Yeah.
like $5. Like you can't even get a 20 on them. You get $5 now. Pack of cigarettes, maybe some chicken wings.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Is it
Maybe
is
a
it
Lucy.
is it the wingettes or the big?
Yes.
Wingettes.
The
Yeah.
wingettes.
Yeah.
Yo, I had some technical difficulties. That's why I was on a
Oh,
little
it's
bit.
all right, brother. It's all
Back
right.
from the
We held it
Matrix.
down.
Nah. Y'all held it down. I didn't hear Mike. Mike, what was your thing about it? I know you was just talking about the gambling part. What's your other issue?
Gambling is institutional racism. No, let me chill. But basically I agree with I get the sitting out for injury. I get the sitting out for protesting. I understand all of that. Those are valid reasons. But
Wait,
the
but go ahead.
but the extra sitting out, we played 3 games in 4 days, so I'm a little extra tired. I didn't get no sleep. I don't agree with that. I mean, the Spurs did it, but the Spurs were still competitive. It wasn't like they was going out there getting smoked by 50 points. Some of these teams are sitting dudes and getting smoked. There's no value to it. Entertainment-wise or standing-wise, nobody want to play the D-League team. And the only way the NBA really can fix it, either they're going to fine them or they're going to put a cap on these extra days. Because everybody else got sick days. You can't miss more than X amount of days of your job. You can't call out whenever you want to call out.
But I think it also goes to far than that, because either you want to play or you don't want to play. So to me, as a leader of the sport, whether the commission or whatever, and like how we said before, these guys, the players have all the power. I don't have no problem with that. But the coaches, the owners, the commissioner has to find a way of making these guys buy in, be like, yo, this is our product. Yo, if we keep doing this, we're gonna be on tape delay.
I got it all for you, brother. I got it all for you. First of all, good point, Mike. But at the same time, we can't pick and choose when we want to compare the NBA to a regular job, and then we don't want to compare it to the days off and stuff like that. Yo, listen, you're in the entertainment world, so my thing is, you entertain. So all this stuff about the protests. Listen, man, regular people ain't trying to hear all that.
Plus, you off 4 months out the year, you don't do anything.
I'm just saying, 4 months, you ain't doing nothing.
I don't have that. Oh well, yeah, I do, but yeah, that's me. I'm different. Okay.
But everybody's not. You know what I'm saying? So you have that aspect, and then you have the aspect of everybody. You just want to you play when you want to play. We heard that from Mr. Randy Moss years ago, many moons ago. He said, I play when I want to play. You got guaranteed contracts. These guys are guaranteed the money. So that's how they feel. They don't care nothing about the fans. If I show up, I show up. If I don't, I don't. How you fix that, Kev? Stop guaranteeing these contracts. I know they're not going to go there because you're going to have to fight the union. But this is how you guys start. You brought up a point, Mike, about independent doctors, UAD, and that's going to be a problem. How you going to get around that? Because you got one doctor saying this, and then you got another doctor saying that.
And it wouldn't work anyway. Because
it's not going to work.
You can't. I can say a high ankle sprain is 4 weeks. Another guy can say 6. So that's just throwing ideas up at the wall, man. I don't think that'll change anything. Or you just cut the season down.
That's another option.
Because if we all lose, not we as I'm in the league, but owners lose, players lose.
Well,
Man lose.
I said that last week, right, man? And y'all was laughing at me because I was just so done by the fact. I was like, yo, this is supposed to be a marquee matchup. Nobody's playing.
And the marquee matchup we was talking about was the 1 versus 2, which was the Nets versus Philly.
Right.
And you have nobody playing. There's no Kevin Durant, no James Harden.
Yeah. Kyrie went to work though, but yeah.
Kyrie did go to work, but that was it. And no Blake Griffin. And at the time, we didn't know LaMarcus Aldridge had a heart issue. So
Yeah.
we give him a pass. We understand that. You know, we ain't trying to see nobody die on the court. Yo,
No doubt.
he did what he had to do. The rest of these cats, man, yo, if you're just solely playing for a championship, then we need to change this whole thing around, right? And restructure this whole thing and just say, hey, and we had talked about this back behind the scenes. This is just AAU, and we just doing the tournament instead of having a whole league. Because evidently y'all not valuing. We got to figure out a way how to put the value back into this regular season.
None of them all.
Listen, when I said last week, y'all laughed at me when I says the 82 games is basically an 82 game preseason. That's what it has become.
But Kevin, it used to mean something, right?
It used to mean something to get the number one spot. It used to mean something to win, lose only 2 games at home. But now they don't.
But these guys have managed to figure out how to devalue the whole entire season by sitting out.
It's what I see is that there are some teams, especially there's some small market teams that about it. Like, you can't say that shit to Utah, the motherfuckers is about it. Like, they wanted that number one, they got that number one, and they're not trying to give up that number one. Like, Phoenix is like all in on their shit, right? Because they're teams that are not used to winning, you know what I'm saying? And now that they are, they're like, man, fuck that, let's go.
Well, it started from last year. It started from the year before, from the bubble, when Phoenix and everybody started noticing Phoenix it's like, oh, whoa, Phoenix is
Shout
young.
out to Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Paul comes over and the whole team changes. And they knew they was only a point guard away from making a jump.
Chris is worth 15 wins a year, but I don't even want to talk about Chris Paul, man, because that get me back into my conspiracies with Kobe. So, that shit's real. All right. Fuck all that. That shit's real. But end of the day, Milwaukee, and I think Philly's about it. I think Philly really wants to be number one, and they want to stay number one.
The problem is that there's not enough people like Philadelphia, Utah, or Phoenix. They don't value this season. And as I said, y'all laughed at me. Hold on, y'all laughed at me last week when I said, I just said, you know what, just cut it down to 6 games, 5 games. I think I said 5, and just do like the NHL did back in the days with the original 6. Hey, just have six franchises. And but you know what they would start? They would say, whoa, no. We need to keep all the jobs. No, we don't want to get rid of all the teams.
Right. And there's jobs, there's money, there's the owners. They don't listen, at the end of the day, you know what billionaires are trying to do?
Get paid.
Stay fucking billionaires. Yeah. They ain't not in the business of giving up no money, Kev.
No.
Then as the dwarf said, I'm sorry, now I'll let you go. The dwarf said in The Hobbit, not a damn coin. Not one.
Yo, hold that point into that what you just said earlier, talking about there's not enough players. Well, because there's all the players is on one freaking team. You could really spread it shit.
Nope. That's how another.
You got Durant, you got Harden.
That's another topic.
Kyrie.
Mm-hmm. You ain't got enough coaches either.
Same team.
I'll be
three of these guys could be on another team already.
They're gonna get beat by a team with a dude named Thibault.
That's a Michael. Let me ask you this. Mikey's our Mike Mills is our youngest one of the group. Mike Mills, do you think you sitting with us 40-something year old dudes?
51.
All right, shout out to D's 51.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, God. You know what I'm saying.
I haven't reached the 50 milestone yet, but God bless me. Mike, do you think, because I always try to do a temperature check with people that's younger than me, making sure that I'm still in the loop, kept in the loop.
Yeah, check the temperature in the room, man.
Because it's hot. I'm hot. I don't care what Mike say, but go ahead, Mike. I still respect what you got to say.
Mike, are we some old mother effers? Go ahead, Cap. Go ahead.
Are we on our front lawn smoking our cigar and are we just complaining about the mailman wearing shorts today, or do we have every right to be,
Some of those things you said was valid. There was a couple things I don't agree with.
Well, why you not
Um,
saying that? You know how we get there.
Sometimes you gotta let people have the floor and get their thoughts across. An angry person at the end of the day just wants to be heard.
It's just want to be heard.
They just want to be heard. That's the only reason they're angry, because they feel
And they still angry after you've been heard. But that's a whole nother story. But go ahead, man.
That's because ain't shit changed. That's why I'm angry.
That's the first step. This is the first step. But
Hey,
like, I don't think they should unguarantee the contracts, because look what they fighting for in football. You shouldn't unguarantee them. I mean, how about changing it around? Like, you know how football, certain contracts, you need to play certain amount of minutes. Put a minutes exactly. Put a minutes total on it. Like, hey, you want XYZ? I need you to play XYZ minutes or XYZ games. You know what I mean? Accrue the time.
But however, on a flip note, some of these guys are not equipped to handle the getting this money like that. And I mean, I'm not trying to get in your pockets, but the quality of the game just seems, that's why football survives and thrives so much better, because it's either you gonna play and you gonna be about it, or we gonna find somebody else down the line.
Yeah, but then you got same teams going, all right, look, man, give me 3 quarters, that 4th quarter, we need that draft pick. Look at the Eagles. You got the same thing going on, just a different facet of people not trying. But I mean, you put the minutes total in the contract. Mm-hmm. Other thing, they could shorten the season. 82 games is a lot. I think in the 50 range. Because like 82
games is a lot. Are you
82 is a lot.
Whoa,
okay, all right. Let's keep it 100.
Okay,
I'm on their way
on now with my brandy. Yeah, go ahead.
From the beginning. All right, from the beginning.
Oh shit! I didn't know niggas had their drinks with them, man. Fuck y'all.
But nah, from the beginning, when you start a sport, right? How many games really is a high school season? High school season maybe 20 something. Got some AAU in between, right? So maybe 40 to 50 games you gotta actually play. Yeah, what you guys say?
Hey, Michael, I just wanted to tell you, man, thank you for that. But you know there's levels to it, Mike. So look. So the schools, right, that got pros actually playing for them. If you're at Oak Hill in that group, so that's modern day.
That's a prep school. That ain't a regular school.
No, they're
half
not
these niggas is
they're not
almost my age.
Because you can't reclass at Oak Hill. You can't reclass at Oak Hill. But like modern day and those schools there, they play about 50, 60 games a year. And the schools up north, the real prep schools in Boston, they play 80 games a year.
Right, because them niggas is my age and it's their last chance. But if you're talking your regular local high school, they might play, like I said, 20 to 30. You might get 15 to 20 more, depending on your AAU, depending on how many games y'all win, depending on if you got a decent cultural connection, right? So then let's go to college. You go to college, if your team wins and actually wins and goes to the tournament, at most you getting is 40, at most. Because you know they got a cap too. So now you got me going 40. And all of these, we're not even talking minutes, because the minutes is different everywhere you go. And then when you get to the league, it jumped all the way to 82. So I think that's also a factor. And I agree, it should be. You got to adjust. Like, I don't think you should just roll over, but I think they should shorten the season. And them 82 games mean something, but then at the end of the day, it's like, do you really need 82 to decide who's going to playoff seat? Do you really need 82? Do baseball really need 100 or something? Do you really need a $160?
Mike, hold on, Mike. I'm gonna throw something. If they cut it down to 51 and they cut MLB down to 120, you know what the owners are gonna say? We need some of that money back, because we're not
do it.
Oh,
do it. I don't see no problem.
That's the only way it works.
Then do it.
It's going to work. If you got to get back that cash.
I say the first season they try it. Let's see some paperwork. Let me see if your revenue and you didn't make exactly what you made last year. If you didn't, then negotiate and pull it back.
So most of the owners now, they own the building too now. They own the building as Dorian is also like our business sports guy. D does a good job of diving into that business part of it. And when he illustrated Jerry Jones, man, he wants that building occupied every day, whether it's the Southern Christian high school football championship or
And
whether
that's
it's
what I was going to say next.
or whether it's the ice hockey championship coming to Dallas. Jerry wants that building filled every day. And so, Mike, it's easy for you to say.
Do that.
No,
Disney on ice. Come on. We got room. Come do Disney on ice.
I'm just saying, are you thinking the players are going to agree with that? Saying, okay, we're going to go to 51 games, but we also
why would they? Why would they? This is what Jalen Rose was saying.
Nope.
Why, if you're getting paid for 82 games, but only working 62 games, would you fucking change a thing? You would not.
What does compromise mean?
Good
compromise
luck.
means nobody get what they want.
But
so
you missing the point.
I get what you're saying. I get what he's saying. Okay. Right, that's what I'm saying. Compromise. Y'all wanted to get paid and not play. Season sure to give me some of that money back.
The reality is you got to have a stick in the carrot, and I don't know what it would be, but you got to have a stick in the carrot to get any compromise done. So the stick to draw dudes in. The carrot is to draw them in, and the stick is to beat them in the head with. And it's only your ass you do that too.
Hey, fellas, honestly, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but honestly, I don't think nothing is really going to change because you got this guy Adam Silver, you got LeBron James already colluding. I don't care what nobody says, and I know nobody's saying it right now, but it's going to come out once this guy retires, man. And Adam Silver is going to be left holding the bag because he allowed this stuff to happen on his watch. And until another commissioner comes in and changes some things or whatever the case is, this is what we got. I choose to vote with my dollars. I'm not dealing with this no more. I'm not dealing with the Steph Curry now we putting Steph Curry in MVP considerations. Give me a fucking break. Are we serious?
Everybody know Adam Silver in the pocket. Like, come on now.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
He's supposed to.
These guys are all together. They making bread, but meanwhile, these stupid fans, and we the defender of the fans, but I'm gonna tell you something, the fans can be stupid because we've seen it. They go to Madison Square Garden and pack out the house for the Knicks, and they done nothing.
Ken Bannister.
Nothing.
Ken Bannister, number 33.
I will leave with this, just like what Daryl said. You got to vote with your pockets. And all of these suggestions that my fellow Podsman has come up with are all good suggestions. However, the reality is none of that shit is ever going to happen until the fans do this.
Not buy.
When the fans cut this shit off and stop watching, you will see real fucking change. And that's just on a smaller scale. I'm not even going to get into the bigger scale of things for the other things that's going on in the world today. But if people start getting better with their money, spending wiser, you get a better product, you get more money out of me. When your product is trash, this is what's going to happen. So all my fellow fans out there, if y'all feel the way that we feel here, well, I ain't gonna say the way that I feel here, please follow along and simply cut the motherfucker off.
Yo, because it's real. There's not only that, there's people that feel like this. Because I've listened, I go to Twitter, I listen, I hear it. You hear the chatters, people feel this way. The NBA has a real problem, and I don't know what they're going to do. All I can tell you is that you got a problem, and you're losing people. You're losing people in my age group. You definitely lost people above my age group. So now you only got Michael's age group and Lowell underneath him for right now, until they find it. Until they find the next new thing.
I agree with you, D. My point is this, really, just to that. And we talked about this earlier, D, is the fact that Eric calls them the casual fan, right?
100%.
So they're not like the fan that's diehard in there, right? What the NBA is doing is this, and Daryl, I told Daryl, he was like, "Oh shit, D, yo, no company ever offers any benefits to the good old customer that's been there.
Nope.
Never. So we are the customer that's been there with the NBA. They offer us nothing. They really don't give a fuck about us. They just take it by percentage and a ratio that will still tune in. Even though they're not getting none. Like that's that girl that you only took her to the Chinese restaurant. You never took her anywhere else.
You never took it to Morton's. You never
No. Boy, the bitch got a steak. It was on her own. She killed that fucking cow on her own.
No steakhouse.
No, boy. Boy, I ain't trying to spoil her.
Yeah.
That's for somebody else. But so what I'm saying is that I say that to say that the NBA is doing everything they do right now to get that new fan and those new dollars in, making NBA games an event rather than just a game.
Right.
Like in New York, where people just go so they can meet people and do things. I was watching $1 million list in New York, and one of the salesmen got tickets, had to get tickets to go to a Knicks game to find the dude that he was trying to buy a building from or sell a building for, whatever he's doing. He went to the game to do that. He ain't go to the game to see the Knicks. Because that show was like 3 years ago, and they were god awful, horrible. Man, I know you wasn't in there to see the Knicks then. So he was there for another reason, business, those boxes. So what happens is I believe the NBA is like, yo, they take us for granted.
I agree.
Right? And they don't care, right? So those two things always go together. They don't care about you if they take you for granted. So they get your dollars.
Got one more last point, Kev. Go ahead, D.
They don't care about you. From a financial perspective, they thinking they can fill your shoes with these guys, the younger generation, because the younger generation is already tuned out of television and they get all their stuff online. So they got disposable cash. Because they don't pay, they ain't got a TV. They don't, they do it whatever it is, they got money. And that's what they want to deal with rather than deal with, the old fogies. And, they think from a mathematical equation, a ratio, if there's 5 old guys like us right here, they're going to carve out Daryl and Kevin and say, yeah, they'll keep watching. The other 3 will probably bounce. But we'll replace them. And if we can't replace them with season ticket holders, we'll replace them with just guys that go every time there's a game in Miami. Because it's an event.
True, D. Go ahead, D.
Yo, one more thing. And it's just not, I don't want to just pile up on basketball. It's just, it's basketball is one of it. Baseball is another one. I sent you guys
I saw it. My man, G. Sheffield.
G. Sheffield says he was on the network and wasn't even watching the game. He said he can't even watch baseball.
Getting paid.
And he was getting paid by a network and he wasn't even watching it. Bill Lambert, back in 2020 article. Can't remember the writer's name. We'll get it. The writer, Bill Lambert said he doesn't even watch basketball. Because they don't do the fundamental stuff that they used to do in basketball. And he's so right. Because now it's become such an ISO game. Everybody's shooting a 3. And for Adam Silver to sit there and pretend like nothing's wrong.
Well,
meanwhile, the ratings is going down. But you keep telling me that everything's fine.
Man,
there's something wrong with this.
The excuse me, the author of this article was William Starr Jackie. He's from Basketball Network. Go ahead.
And that was in 2020, that article.
Yeah.
So we fast forward to 2021, and the momentum is gaining for me. That is to the point where I'm not, I could care less if I catch a game or not.
Indeed.
Mike, real quick, and this is my last point, then we'll move on to baseball. You're the youngest of the group. What do you think about Daryl's thoughts about the ISO and no D on stuff? And that's
the 3-point shooting.
That shit is trash. There's so many other ways to score. There's so many other ways to get the ball moving. There's so many other ways to get your teammate involved. What happened to rewarding the big man for running the floor? What happened to
because he's running the floor and shooting the 3 too.
Like he's beyond the arc too. So they
like Denver a couple months ago. Remember that? Like what? Like it's just terrible. It's whack. The 3-point shot is worth the most amount of points. Duh. But everybody can't shoot threes. Just like everybody can't shoot mid-range jump shots. That's the point. It's skill. It's probability. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
And hold on. And the old heads, Kev, that's in the game have went along with this.
Yep.
Yo, you killed something?
I hope he's dead, Kev. Damn.
Word.
Is he dead?
But it's the truth. It's people it's leaders being followers.
It's
like
the leader. There you go. Thank you. Youngest in charge. What you say? Say that again.
It's leaders being followers.
Thank you. That's all.
The analytics and the 3-point shot, all that come from niggas who don't know how to play basketball, telling people who know how to play basketball what to do. If you can't play, like, come on, bro. You never set a screen ever in your life. You gonna tell me a 3-point shot is the best, most effective shot out there?
There was a game I was watching. I want to say Denver was involved. I want to say Denver was playing Washington. And
you stealing my thunder, Kev. Go ahead. Say it. Go ahead.
Denver was down by 1, and they had like a 4-on-1 fast break. They pull up.
Didn't need a 3.
No, okay. they passing. The point guard comes down. Forgot who he was. He kicks it off to the guy to the arc, and he misses his 3-point. Didn't need a 3. Just needed a 2.
Everybody's on the wing looking at each other.
Yeah, everybody's on the wing, and they illustrated in the game that
hands out looking like cups.
Hands out. Instead of somebody going to the basket, or y'all just getting it easy, it's 4-on-1. 4-on-1. Yo, go to the basket. You only need 2. And good for them. They lost.
I'm gonna say this too in regards to that. I know Steph Curry catches a lot of flack because he's, the greatest shooter of all time and all this other stuff. But let's understand something. If you understand basketball, you understand Golden State had one of the best offenses in basketball the last 8 years now. Why? It's not because of their 3-point shooting. The 3-point shooting helped it excel. It's because of every man touching the damn ball in almost every possession.
The ball.
Move the ball. That is what got them there. And it also helps to make shots. And again, guess what? They did not even take the most shots as a team those years. So just let that sink in, people. Let that sink in.
You know what the other key part is? The best player on the team isn't selfish. That's what happens when the best player on your team doesn't have the rock in their hand 90% of the time. They was running the ball with the center. When Bogut was there, the center was at the top of the key distributing. When he left, it was Draymond. Now they got Draymond. Draymond has more 10 assist games than Steph probably do in the last 4 or 5 years, honestly.
True.
We're gonna end this NBA portion like Eric just sent in the chat, man. We couldn't do 30 minutes on this. We absolutely couldn't.
It's hard. It's too much. It's too much to this, man.
To dive in and too much to take out. So we'll get to the NFL draft preview next week. We'll talk about something that the networks ain't talking about anymore. We'll talk about MLB, and we'll talk about
what that stand for?
Major League Baseball. So we'll talk about here. I'm sorry.
I gotta give me
MLB's
a-
top Power 25, but we'll only discuss the top 10 here. And so, according to MLB's top 10, we have the Dodgers, who was number one. They was number one last week. You have the Padres, who was number two. They was number two last week. The Red Sox, who was number 20. Red Sox are balling. They are number three currently. The number four, the Reds. They lead the leagues in homers. They're number four. They was number 8 last week. They're playing pretty good. The Brewers, who were number 14 last week, they're number 5 currently. Then you have the Twins, who was 4 last week. You have the Braves, who are currently playing my Yankees. It's 1-1 in the 8th inning. The Yankees got 2 on board, and let's see what they do. Number 7 is the Braves. Number 8 are the Mets. DeGrom, every time he pitches, man, he doesn't let up new runs hardly.
You got
Number
that
9
gas.
are the Devil Rays, and number 10 are the White Sox. And I have to say this, I did say 10, but the Yankees are bringing up at number 11. We'll start with D. Dorian. Me and you talked about, your second love affair with your San Diego Padres, man. What do you think about this second week of baseball going on? Go ahead.
Whenever you go out there to LA and get with that buzzsaw, called the Dodgers, the reality is that you want to come out of there with a game or two. Like you're not, and they're not better than them yet.
No.
They are
No.
They're a damn good team. I mean, because I think they still have the Giants in between them, so they're in third. Giants are in second place, I believe. So I could be wrong, but I still think we have the weapons. I just think it's going to take time to run through. They say that the first run around in the season, you're going to see a lot of strikeouts, a lot of perfect games, and all the rest of that stuff. But the next time around a batter sees you, you can kind of get at them a little better. My team has batters. We just have to get them to bat on ball. They are 10-8 right now, which is definitely not bad. Got the Brewers coming up, or we're playing the Brewers, I think. And, I think they're a great team. I do. I'm still on the bandwagon. I'm definitely not jumping, man, because these dudes got talent, man, and I can see it.
And you speak of San Diego?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Like I was watching the Saturday night game, and that's the game where Kershaw won 2-0.
Yeah.
And Darvish had a no-hitter going into the 6th inning, I believe. He wound up being the loser. And what I did like about that series that I watched, it's the second week of the season, and you would have thought this was a playoff series.
Oh no, there's beef. There's beef. We got beef with the Dodgers. Like
when I was out in San Diego a couple years ago, and I caught a Dodger and Padres game, they was about to fight before the game. I was like,
yeah, we got beef, man.
This is for real. This is like for real. And you love the energy. I'm not saying nobody go out there and kill nobody, of course, but as we always state on this show, where is the competition? Kudos to the Dodgers and the Padres for bringing it.
Well, San Diego is like the stepchild, in the California market. So,
yeah,
they, even though they got one game out this year, they was able to get one game. I still don't think it's quite as a rivalry with them in LA yet. I think it's got to give it some time. It's got to, they got to win some games in order for, we start saying this stuff. You know what I mean?
2-1 Yankees.
Oh, they finally.
Yeah, Yankees just went ahead. Looks like Aaron Hicks just scored.
Tatis is back, and so we'll see. You'll see. But the Dodgers still the top dog.
Dodgers is still number one. Yes, they're
still top dog.
What do y'all think about? Well, let me help before I go that. Mikey, DeGrom, every time he pitches, man,
Boy's on fire.
That boy is bad.
he should be 4-0.
He should be, but you know they
Yeah.
like to let him down.
Yeah, and they do.
They
And
treat him
do.
like a stepchild, boy. Like they love him, but just not enough. Just
He got a contract though, right? He's good though, right? He's locked in.
I think so. I'm not sure. I gotta check.
Uh-oh.
I gotta check. But
Okay.
they just don't give him no run support. Like if a pitcher only gave up 2 runs and he been out there 7-8 innings, you should be able to hold him down. 2 runs is not a lot.
Yeah.
That's
Mikey, y'all are 7-4. Y'all are in first place in the National League. You haven't played a lot of games because of the
COVID.
national. But yeah, the Mets are in first place in the National League.
We getting smacked around right now. Gesselman just got us out of a little thing. It was about to get bad. We down 3-0 right now against the Cubs.
Let me go to James's team, his other team that he likes. White Sox and the Indians are playing this 2-1. Eric, what's up with your White Sox? They're currently 8-9. What's going on with the White
man.
Sox? The pale holes, as they call them.
Yes, sir. Them good guys. Yo, man. They'll be all right, man. It seems like everybody's trying to, other than the Dodgers, everybody's trying to gain a footing. You know, everybody's kind of like, filling each other out, man. We talk about competitiveness. Kev talked about that at the beginning of this segment. Yo, man, if you look at these standings, it's at least 3-4 teams in every division that's right there. Of course, other than, the Dodgers and the Giants and, you know what I'm saying? But everybody is kind of like neck and neck, you know what I'm saying? So this is a filling out process. White Sox will be good, man. We got the pitching, we got the hitting, man. We just got to put it all together and withstand. I don't think Kansas City is going to remain. They 9-6. They're in first right now, but we'll see if that's going to sustain over the 160 games that's going to be, played in baseball. But yo, man, it's good to see, man. I think as a Yankee fan for so long, I think I can appreciate adopting another team, along with them for the season, especially this year, because we absolutely stink. But it's good to see, man.
Let's talk about them.
Well, no,
There's not really to talk. We need a hitting coach.
Let me. Okay,
and we need some pitching.
Let me say it was 2-1. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8. Yankees up 2-1. Clint Frazier was at bat, and he pops up. Instead of going the other way, putting the ball in play, he tried to kill it, and he popped up. And that's part of the Yankees' problem.
That's that angle.
The ball instead of putting the ball in play, and I don't understand, man. I don't understand.
Well, y'all just said, the Yankees went up 2-1. I was gonna say, was it a solo home run? Because that's how they score. Let's solo it out. Everybody get 1 run.
Yeah, it's pretty much all or nothing, man. And who's up to bat now? Judge is on second.
Arrieta just gave 1 up.
So we don't want to get in trouble with MLB for broadcasting their show.
Word. Can't do that. Can't do that.
Yeah, but it's kind of jacked up that the Yankees now that
the Yankees are 5-10. Just think they are last place in the AL East.
They switched places with the Knicks this year.
For real. That's
you got to root for the blue and orange this year.
Well, I haven't seen the Yankees in last place and God knows when.
Right.
It's been a very long time since I've seen standings like this.
Yeah.
494.
They are 3-6 at home, 2-4 on the road. They lost 2 of the last 8. Come on, man. They won only 2 of the last out of the last 10.
Baseball's a long season. So
it's a long season, and they only 5 games back. But 5 games turns into 10 quickly.
Right.
And the Red Sox are on fire.
The Red Sox are playing great.
Red Sox. I was just gonna say that the Yankees absolutely need to look at some kind of hitting thing. I don't even know if this team is constructed to win.
And Kev, I was going to say, it's all Aaron Boone, and I'm not. You know what? I'm not going to blame Aaron Boone because Aaron Boone he comes from a good family as far as baseball. He understands the game. These guys are just not hitting. You might want to take a look at Cashman. There's something not right here. It's something not right.
You think it's over? The man won 4 championships, kid.
Kev, that was in 2009.
That was together.
That was eons ago for us.
That was
fans.
that was
2009.
together.
Come on, B. You talking about that's like a 50-year gap for us, B.
Yo, especially for spoiled
Not easy.
Yankee fans. I mean, you come on.
I want to know why the Yankees don't believe in having 5 good starters at the same time. Starting
Mike.
pitchers.
You're right.
They
Mike.
haven't had 5 good starters in years. It's always you get 2 good ones and 3 bad ones. You get 2 good ones and 1 okay one, and the rest be bad. The
No,
Yankees
you
ain't
know
had a
what?
good rotation in years. They
It's
wonder why
been-
they can't win in the playoffs.
Yeah, you're right.
They should
It's
be
been a
bad.
while. I mean, the most I think we have was a good starting rotation, maybe 4 at one time, maybe. That was bad. Maybe
When was that?
Pettit and Clemens and
that had to be
Right. It ain't
Pettit,
Clemens in a long time.
El Duque and
Right. When I was a kid, the Yankees always had solid rotations, but
That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
in
youngin.
these,
Hey,
in these
youngin.
new iterations, I mean,
that had to
you had-
that was the 90s though. That's what they
Right.
had. They
now
had
it's
it.
like
No, here recently. No, they haven't had nobody. Now all
that's
they
why
got
they
is
don't win
it's
in the
cold.
playoffs.
It's cold.
That's why they don't win in the playoffs.
So
Severino, you don't know what you're gonna get.
we
If we
don't
can stay healthy.
if we can stay healthy. Let me move on from this.
Sorry.
No, we're good. I was just saying, I said Brian Cashman, and I'm trying to give him some slack. Yeah, the Yankees have not won it all since 2009.
Nah, dog. I can't give him no slack.
What was the last time they've been to the the American League Championship Series? Since 2009, right?
Yeah, because
Sounds about right,
Houston has been the come up team, so
Yeah.
they can't get past them, and
Yeah,
they couldn't get past Boston,
They've been beating Houston in the divisional and the World Wild Card rounds. They can't
and then
get-
Tampa Bay.
Unless we could beat
Wow.
unless we can meet the Twins each round all the
Yeah,
way to the
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it about the Twins? The
That's
Yankees beat the
That's the
hell out
only
of them
team we
all
can
the time.
beat.
Yeah, the Yankees got the Twins number every year. I don't care from the Chuck Knobloch days to even now. The Yankees when they faced the Minnesota Twins in the playoffs.
Like
they
the
just-
Twins might even sneak one out. Like they might go up 1-0 and then they just get obliterated.
And
It's
let me
like,
tell
oh,
you,
he
so
thought you could win
I,
tonight.
the
Okay.
Yankees' problem has been the Astros, sometimes the Mariners, nobody in the American League Central, really, the Red Sox, and Tampa Bay. Everybody else they can handle.
I will say I feel, and I think we've been saying this as Yankee fans for a while, that we thought we was on something, like how the Knicks are now. When you start to homegrown your talent, you really get to see your bang for your buck. And we thought that was going to happen with the Judges of the world and all this other stuff, and then shit just went sideways. Like I thought we had a decent farm system. It looked like we got shit in the farm system.
We let that go.
And I just feel like we got to get away from that. I know the Yankees have been built on bringing these marquee, kind of like the Knicks, bringing these marquee guys over and all this other stuff, man. Man, it's always good to have a good mixture of youth, homegrownness, and veterans sprinkled out through the roster.
Well, that's what happened with the 90s club. They was able to lead the farm system alone. They got that, and then you got Jeter and things of that nature. And I think they had to go back to that and things of that nature. Because I don't even think with this team they're gonna win. They got the bats, but the American League got the number on the Yankees. Hey,
Definitely.
they just gonna hit home runs. If we can not pitch to them and not give them great pitches, we'll beat them all the time.
Some
especially in
boys
the short
swinging
series.
hard. Give them some off speed and confuse them.
Especially in a short series where pitching and
Pitching
defense
matters.
pitching wins in the playoffs, man. But we're gonna end it on that note, man. Really good spirited show this week. Really good spirited show. Mike Mills, where can we be found at, sir?
Sports Chasers Podcast, whatever, on Instagram, Chasers Sports on Twitter, Sports Chasers Podcast on SoundCloud, Sports Chasers Podcast on YouTube. We everywhere. We worldwide. We international.
Gotcha. And shout out to Mike Mills. He got his album out. Mike, what's the name of your album?
It's I've been working. Wherever you consume music at, just type in "I've been working" and it'll pop up. I've been working, and Mike Mills just pop up.
Shout
My
out to
face is on the cover.
Mike Mills people. The Saturday shirt. Let me see your Saturday shirt. Just tell us who the artist is. I need to get one of those too.
And where can we get one? And where can you be found?
Who's the brains behind that, Mike?
Oh my man B Billions, my uncle, aka Sad Pit himself. You can find that at SaturdayShop.com or just go on Saturday, go on their Instagram page. It's a link right to their website. It gets you right.
Saturday. Okay. Shout out to Saturday. Parting shots. We'll start off with the angry one. Eric.
Good show this week. I think for the fans out there that tunes in to the Sports Chasers podcast, they got a little bit of why they call me the angry one. Yo, man, when you passionate about shit gonna fly left and right, up and down. You know what I'm saying? But great show, gentlemen. As always, great show. And like I said, yo, man, it's the season for the orange and blue. I just want to throw a quick shout out. We don't give hockey enough love. We're going to work on that. The Islanders beat the Rangers 6-1. The Islanders are 29-13-4. Respect the blue and orange this year, people. Holla.
Shout out to the boys out there in Uniondale, Long Island, to the Islanders doing their thing. The Rangers on their downside, but the Islanders been close. They went to the conference championships against the Lightning, who will prevail on winning the Stanley Cup. But I think the Islanders have a really good shot this time. And yes, we absolutely, and that's our bad for not devoting enough time to hockey because we like them all. D-Dub, parting shot, sir.
Yo, man, I just say great show. Like to deal with this NBA stuff, man, it's a little bit more time. I think we spent a lot of time on it. There's a lot more to be said, but I'm asking the fans, if you see what we see, hit us up on Sports Chasers, on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, whatever the case is. Let us know, because I feel there's a lot of people that feel the way we feel, and you know that there's got to be some changes made. But great show nonetheless.
No doubt. The A, sir, anything? Nothing from DA?
I'm here. I'm just trying to think of
Okay.
Hit us with it, DA.
I see some bars coming.
Yeah.
Beat. Oh, let me throw on an instrumental.
I see D-Dub with the cigar.
Yeah,
He hasn't lit yet.
go.
Yeah, I see, man. I can't articulate what. For right now, I'm with my man D-Dub. Come back to me in like 2 seconds. I just want to order my thoughts.
Okay. Well, I got some parting shots. I actually took some time to think about, not that I don't take no time to think about it, but just real, like 1 minute. I just wanted to talk about the art of agreeing and disagreeing. And I learned that art when I was a young kid. And you know where I learned that at? The barbershop. I actually learned it at Mike Mills' granddaddy's barbershop way back in the days in Bed-Stuy. My father used to take me and D-Dub to the barbershop. And I never forget, I was 5, 6, 7 years old. Them dudes was going in. They was talking about the Knicks, of course. And, you know, oh, he stinks or he's whack or whatever. Well, they didn't use those words, man. But they was going back and forth. But you know what? They all heard one another. And they all respected their opinion. And at the end of the day, they gave daps, they gave love. Everybody got their hair cut, or the guy that was in there selling stuff. Y'all know how that goes in the barbershop. You know, you got my
Hustle man.
house dude. You know, she's selling cigarettes, she's selling men's underwear, and he's selling cake.
He got a box and a
He's
wire.
got a box. He's got everything in it. And we just all and I just watched it. And I remember that and how, you know, like I just think, man, family, we just have to get back to that, man. Just respecting one another's opinion. It's okay to have disagreement,
Different thoughts.
because we all different people, man. And that's why I was telling Mike Mills earlier, man. I said, yo, Mike, yeah, if you think we old fogies, let us know we old fogies.
Tell me, so I know.
Yeah, yo, hey, y'all boys, y'all are just acting like my granddad. Yeah,
I wear that with pride, son. I wear that with pride.
Absolutely. Imagine honor, my G.
Because I lived a lot of, we lived some life, man. So that's just my pawn shot, man. The barbershop absolutely taught me, to agree, to disagree. And at the end of the day, man, just love on one another, man. Because
and it's okay, man.
It's okay, dog. It's okay. DA, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. What I would like to say is not just for sports, but it's in life. There's not a lot of power that most folks have. And a lot of times folks get depressed and bug out because they feel that they're powerless. But you're not. The things in your life that you don't see are up to your standard, don't pay for them. And those companies will change what they're doing because no individual has a singular idea by themselves. So if I'm thinking it and things we're talking about, you got a group of guys from MIT who's writing articles about it. You're not alone, but you are the one that has to make that choice to say, listen, I don't want to watch this anymore, and I'm not. And I don't want to waste $500 out of my monthly salary to go to a game.
Or 3 hours of my life to watch it.
Because they don't appreciate me.
They don't.
So that's kind of where I'm going is, 100 pennies makes a difference. For real. So that dollar, it rules the world. So you may as well get with it. And if they're not getting with you, don't spend those dollars. Hold on to them. You don't have to spend them. It's all good. You don't have to spend them.
Nope.
And that's it for me.
It's good thoughts, DA. Hey, let your dollars do the voting, man.
Respect.
Yeah.
Let your dollars do your voting, man. But yo, on behalf of myself.
Whoa.
Wow. You gonna cut everybody off like that, G?
Did I die? Where's my parting shot? Like, whoa, what's going on?
My bad, Mike. Sorry.
This dude be cutting people off.
All right.
I'm just glad it wasn't me this time. But damn, dude.
Was gonna shout out the whole podcast, but shout out to everybody but Kevin. But nah, well, we know what today is. Today is 420, so shout out to all those card-carrying members of the Cannabis Club out there. Today is y'all day. Celebrate, but celebrate responsibly. Remember, it's legal in more states than ever before. So just be responsible, whatever you do. Also, we already shouted out Saturday, but shout out my uncle Sad Pit. Sad Pit, the album is dropping this Friday, 4/23. So go ahead and go out there and listen to that. And last but not least, shout out to the jury in Minnesota for doing the right thing with the immense amount of clear as day evidence they had. They had the courage. They had the courage to follow up because these other cases, the evidence was still immense. They had more evidence than they needed, and they still didn't convict. But shout out to them. And last but not least, I just want to leave this tidbit. It's a win, but it's not. We need that judge to do the right thing and sentence accordingly. Am I saying give the man life in prison? I didn't say that. Did I say give the man the minimum? I didn't say that either. But sentence accordingly, according to the crime. And
then he's dead. We cut his head off now.
Right. Sentence accordingly because you're doing a disservice to either side depending on which way you go. Just sentence accordingly. Read your law books and do what you're supposed to do. And read. That's it.
Read the elements of the crime.
And always remember to do the right thing.
Right.
Right. Did I get everybody? Yes, I got everybody. 1, 2,
Yes.
3, 4, 5.
Thank you.
Oh, one last thing. No puffy juice.
Yeah.
No puffy juice.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, on behalf of myself, I'm Kevin L1. I'm your host and moderator. Yo, myself, D-Dub, James Eric, the Angry One, Mike Mills, and Dorian Auburn, the DA. Yo, this is Sports Station Podcast. We'll see you next week. We'll talk about the NFL's draft, which will be taking place next week. But we'll get into that. We'll get into some more baseball, hockey.
The Niners are not taking Matt Jones. Don't worry about it. All right, just know they're not.
We out, man. Y'all have a good one. See y'all next time. Peace.